What's up, guys? Happy Friday. It's November 4th and it's 8 a.m. and this is the crypto market updates. So let's go into the dollar and let's go to the weekly chart since we're about to get the weekly candle close here in about 11 hours. And what we're seeing is, if I delete all this, we had this clear horizontal resistance right here. You can see the body's closed here. We popped above a little bit here, but now we just wicked up and retested that as resistance. We have now two consecutive MACD reds with a stock RSI crossing down through the 50 line, as well as we retested the 786 retracement, which we were saying that 113 level. So if I take from that top to the bottom here, and then we can zoom in, and we can see that from that top to this bottom, we retrace to the 786. And so far right now, we're getting rejected from that level. This is a 12-hour chart. So if I go down to some lower time frames, we can get some signs to see if it's turning over. 6-hour chart starting to look like it wants to go. And then 4-hour chart, we're very, very close to a cross down here. But the MACD, TSI, and stock RSI is already crossed down. That's a good sign that momentum is dying out, but we do have this EMA ribbon we got to watch out for because now we're tracking it that it was bearish. It has flipped bullish, so some support could come in. Maybe if I take this low right here to this high, stretch it out, we could see some support coming in around this 50 moving average, the green line right here, or right at, probably either 111.25, 111.50, and then we have it at 111.75. Those round numbers. Yeah, so that's what we are looking at as far as the downside for levels to break if we want to see the dollar maintain going lower. And especially on the 1-hour chart, you can see that we're holding in the EMA ribbon right now as support. On the 1 hour, we're right down to the 50 moving average. But I do feel as if like we're going to pull down a little bit more, at least to like 112, retest that level. And then it'll be at that point where we'll be able to find out if we're going to maintain going down here. But as far as the higher time frames, it does look like we're rolling over. And on the 1-hour chart, short-term stuff, we are finding some support here. But we have 112.11 here that ultimately we want to break. And then we can head down, retest 112. We break that. Then things are looking better as far as us breaking down below the moving averages. And then on the higher time frames, getting the candle close by the end of the day today, seeing the momentum fall over, we're getting some good signs. And then let's go to the 2-week chart real quick, get an update on that, because that candle closes today as well too. So that's a huge time frame. A 2-week, definitely want to be having that on our radar. The 2-week right now is showing a long wick to the downside that has gotten bottomed up, but the candle body has not closed higher than here. So we're still in this downward trend. You can see the pressure from the upside with the wicks on the top, and we have these wicks on the bottom here. So like really, if we go down to these indicators down here, we're seeing a stock RSI cross down. If we can get the MACD and the TSI to cross down, we know the dollar tops in, because we have the Stargate signals flashing some sell warnings on those higher time frames. So let me pull that up. So we have on the higher time frames, the 2-week chart, a prepare to sell soon with the vertical red line. Just like back here in 2015, 2014, kind of close to the end of this dollar run, we had the sell warning. The vertical yellow line is sell now, called the exact top. That's what I'm expecting to see. The vertical yellow line come in if the stock RSI crosses down, check number 1. Then the TSI and the MACD need to cross down as well too. And if we get that, we're going to get a sell now signal, and that will likely end the huge run of the dollar. Maybe we go sideways like this, or we start to dump down, but the cool off is underway. You can feel it, especially because this indicator has called the bottoms and tops to a T so far now, and bottom over here. So I'm trusting this. And then once we get that signal in the Discord and the US dollar channel saying 2-week sell now, we know it's game on. So if you're not already, join the Discord, link in the bio, and get updated in real time when this signal flashes. So let's go to the 10-year yield bonds. We're going the 12-hour chart. And we can see that we're likely getting close to retesting the 786 on this small move right here. So from this top to this bottom, stretch it out. we can see that I think we've already tested it. So if I go to the 4 hour so we can get a closer look, we tested the 702. So the 786 is around 4.25%. So that's a level that we want to get rejected by. Then let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's sitting around like 20,550 right now. We're on the daily chart. We're seeing right now a flip of the EMA ribbon. We got above it and we're coming back down. We already did. We tested it once, twice as support, and now we're breaking out up here to the upside right now. So that's looking good. And we're gonna cross down on the MACD, and the TSI, but right now we've kind of stalled out. So if we can have some follow through here today, then this will curl back up and likely we're going to go on another pretty good pump here. And then if we're going to look at targets for this short-term pump, take that top to this bottom. So that top, this bottom, stretch it out. If we can get above 20,900, let's say, hold that with a daily candle above. Now we can start targeting 21,770, 23K, 24K, and then ultimately 25K. So this is like the sweet spot. You can see from this high to this low, the extension level, if we can reach up to here, that would be perfectly in line with the 1 day 200 moving averages. And then we'd be retesting them when we haven't retested them since back here, where in March, and then we got the whole Luna stuff. Equivalent to where Ethereum's at right now. Ethereum is like up here. We're basing it off of the relative positions, like where Ethereum, because Ethereum's already retesting its 3 day moving average, which would be like, no, I'm sorry. Let me actually look at that real quick. I think it's a 1 day. Yeah, so on the 1 day, it's already up here retesting the 200-day moving average, whereas Bitcoin's still down here. It's got a good amount of room to the upside to get there. So that's like about a 20% move to the upside. So if we could see that out of Bitcoin, it's likely Bitcoin runs the show for that brief moment in time. But then when it cools off or pulls back down a little bit, it's like the altcoins will really have a nice explosive pump out of there. And then, yeah, if we take this whole entire top to bottom, stretch it out, the 786 is sitting around 23,600, which is kind of right at our sweet spot right there. So it's at that moment, if we come up here, whether, all right, are we going to break out now and go like that? Or are we going to pull down here one last time and then go? Both are extremely possible, but we just got to keep it on our radar that those are the two scenarios. We pull up here, all right, maybe we consolidate, then we go, or we're going to pull back down, scare everybody one last time, and then pull back up hard. And then let's go to XRP. XRP, nice pump this morning, getting up to over 50 cents. Let's go to the 6 hour, look at it kind of close here. We popped up to 50 cents, is 0.5075. We've been saying we needed to get above 48.5 cents, 49 cents, I think. Yeah, 48.5 cents. Hold candle body closes above it. Right now, we've closed a 6 hour candle body close above that level. Extremely good sign. We had said that there was going to be a huge move soon because of the converging moving averages here. It was time for a move. We had a 6 hour prepare to buy soon. We already had a 12 hour prepare to buy soon and buy now back here around like 44 cents. So like the signs were there as far as, all right, like we're getting ready to gear up again. You can see the 12 hour stock RSIs crossing up with some momentum. TSI is crossing up, MACD, and the TSI is crossing up through the positive territory here. RSI popped up through the 50 as well too. So things are looking pretty good. I mean, if I take this high to this low though now, it's high to low, stretch it out. We retested the 702 retracement. Ultimately, want to see us get above 52 cents, hold there as support. If that's the case, we're still seeing these momentum indicators crossing up vertical, still showing some strength. Then it's likely we're going to blow through these highs like butter and start getting up to these levels over here. But we got to watch it. I mean, common retracement level, right? So we still got to be vigilant on that. And then go out to the higher time frames to see, all right, are we, even though like the 12 hour, the 6 hour, we're curling up here with momentum, what are the higher time frames doing? The daily's looking good. Stock RSI looking like it wants to cross up. The TSI is crossing up, staying above the zero positive line, which we said we needed to see that happen to maintain mega bullish here. We're getting the cross up. Last time we crossed down was back October 10th. Now we're sitting November 4th and we're getting a cross up. When we crossed down, we went from 55 cents all the way down to 43 cents. Now that we're getting a cross up, we could go from 44 cents right back up to those levels. And then if we can go out to the higher time frames now and see if we're getting a cross up on the 3-day and that's happening, then we know, all right, we're going to break through these highs here and we're going to go way higher. So this is all good. This is very good. XRP is looking good. The 3-day EMA ribbon is crossing, trying to flip bullish right now. We've held it as support to a T so far. And yeah, like we've been just watching on the daily chart, the 200-day moving average, we said we need to get above that. Check so far. We need to see the daily close. Ultimately, a weekly close at these levels would be better for sure. A weekly close above 50 cents would be great. But we had said to the downside, what we're watching was this 50 moving average. If we break that, we want to see us hold the bottom of the CMA ribbon as support. And we wanted to see us break above the 200-day moving average. So to the upside, above the 200-day moving average. To the downside, if we broke the 50, we're going to hold the EMA ribbon as support right there. Exactly what happened. We couldn't break above the 200-day moving average. We had the wicks there, no daily body closes. We ended up breaking down from the 50 moving average for a fake out, touching the bottom of the EMA ribbon to a T as support, and then we just got a snapback pop up. And now we're seeing on the daily chart, stock RSI crossing up, MACD, TSI, RSI breaking through the 50 line, showing some momentum. Ping's ready to break through above the 50 line and the blue line. Blue line's coming down, Pink's coming up. That means we're going bullish. Last time that happened, look at this. Pink through the blue, and then we went. So we could be very well in one of a pump phase. So the next 2 weeks, I'd say, are going to be very interesting. Yep. So November, high alert month. I would say 7, 14. Yeah, the next 2 weeks, the next 14 days are going to be critical. If XRP is going to start moving up here to levels that we all want to see it at, then it needs to move fast. Because when XRP pumps and it pumps hard, it happens and it goes 10x or whatever crazy number X. It usually happens in 3 weeks, 10 to 3 weeks, 10 days to 3 weeks. So 2 weeks, I'm thinking is the sweet spot here. We're going to have to really see by November 18th to the 22nd that will likely kind of have a cool off period around that point. So what I'm hoping and expecting for, and the momentums are shaping up to look like, is that we could have a strong move up. And then by November 18th, November 22nd, we cool down. And then we're going to have to see how the end of the month ends. But usually around the third week of the month, we see a cool down period. So that looking good for sure. XLM, look at that. Not even on the screen. 12-hour chart. So it's getting above here now. So if XRP is going, XLM's going, we're seeing, if I delete this stuff real quick, we're seeing this kind of trend line that we've held as resistance down here. If we can get above that, which is sitting around like 0.115 cents, that'll be good, because you can see the pattern shaping up here like this. Usually that's what you see at those bottoms. So I want to see us break above there. We'll likely come up, retest like 12 and a half, which is probably the 786 right here from this top to this bottom to a T, baby. Let's go. Stretch it out. And 12 and a half cents. If we can get above that, hold as support, break above, get above 13 cents, then we'll fly. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm not even going to go over any, crazy scenarios to the downside. I don't believe we're going to be going to the downside. So that is what I'm watching. If anything out of the ordinary looks like it's happening, I'll give you guys an emergency update. But so far, so good. Everything's looking good right now to close off the end of this week. So that's going to be it, guys, for the market update. I'll be getting a newsletter out today. A couple things I found yesterday, very interesting. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube. Go to the links in the bio of this video. Join our Discord. Get the crypto automated signals with the Stargate signals, as well as go to stargate-ventures.com. Get your free crypto accelerator masterclass. Get prepared for what's about to come. We're at the grand finale. So that's it. I'll see you in the Discord.